Welcome. I'm so glad you joined us. I'm Dr. Roy Nadler, licensed psychologist, master certified coach, and author of Leading with Emotional Intelligence. I teach leaders, executives, and managers to be more conscious, to improve their leadership, to enhance the leadership of themselves, the people that report to them, and the organization. What's the result? More engaged and committed people in your organization. That's the key focus. And I wanted to tell you through this first video, this is an incredible opportunity. We need more leaders. That may be you. Most organizations today, some of the research is saying that 40% of organizations do not have enough leaders. And this is a great opportunity for you. So I wanted to share some of the things. I'm going to use this flip chart here. Thought it's a good way to have you get to know me, for me to share some of the tools, information, evidence-based research that I have that's going to allow you to be in the top 10%. This top 10% is a tipping point. What does that mean? If you can get yourself or you can get your people into the top 10%, you and them are going to be more effective. And that's kind of the goal in the organization. Let's raise the bar for all the leaders. So we're going to be talking about emotional intelligence, insights, influences, and impacts, and work on giving you tools to raise your influence, raise your impact. So I said, we need more leaders, okay? Why do we need more leaders? Well, there's a brain drain now, and it's from a combination of demographic factors. One, the baby boomers are retiring. About 10 million of them are moving into retirement over the next 5 to 10 years. Two, the next generations, Generation X and Generation Y, are moving into those organizations. Generation X only has 46 million. So one, we're losing brains. Two, we're losing the brains that have been documented to have a little bit more emotional intelligence. Now, the main reason, Gen X, Gen Y, for every hour that they're in front of a screen, could be their telephone, could be their computer screen, they're not in front of a person. They're not in front of a person and trying to change their method of communication, read what's coming in. Therefore, they just have less practice in the human relations domain. And so that's one of the reasons that there is this brain drain. So another one of the big issues around leadership is that, and this is from the Blanchard research, 82% of leaders fail to give feedback. Now that's positive or negative. They're not getting feedback. 81% of leaders today are not involving people and truly listening. And why is that? Well, you and the people that you report to are in meetings almost all the time. From some of the research from Leadership IQ, 66% of people do not see their boss enough. They're in meetings. You're in meetings. And as a consequence, only 1 out of 5 people really know how well they're doing. You're not around, you're in a meeting, and giving that kind of feedback, whether it's constructive or developmental, is hard to do. It's the easy thing to avoid. So therefore, we have this leadership gap. It really is this brain drain. The other piece of the brain drain is we lost, with the Great Recession, we lost millions of workers. Now we're starting to kind of come back, but that's why this is a great opportunity for you to learn some skills, some of these micro initiatives, which I'm calling, that can help you learn the shortcuts, learn some of the things that I've been able to impart to others, so you can move forward, you can better improve your team. So let's look at some of these key aspects. One, we need more leaders. Leaders drive productivity, they drive profit. The leader is the key driver in the organization. So we need more leaders, so that's part of the formula. Well, what do we know about some of the best leaders? The best leaders are high in emotional intelligence. That's really been my theme, it's really been my focus in helping people around this whole world of emotional intelligence. There's a lot of research, but there's also some specific things. My focus has been on what are the specific tools. So emotional intelligence has been documented, depending on the research you see, to be the key factor. And we all know about research. There's a lot of different studies. Some research shows that 30 to 50% of your success factors. Others show it the further you go up in the organization, anywhere as high as 80 to 90% of your success factors is your emotional intelligence. So let's look at IQ, how smart you are, technical expertise. Those are incredibly important. They're called threshold capabilities. It helps you get your job, but how many of you are doing the exact same technical job that you did when you were hired? You now are delegating that to others. So somehow it's got to come out of your mouth through them and get them to do it in a similar way that you would. So many of us grow out of the technical expertise, and IQ is important. Some research shows as high as 25% of your success factors, others as low as about 4%. So it's a factor, but it's not the key factor, and especially as you move up in the organization. So what you used to do yourself, now you are coordinating, managing, motivating, delegating others to do that same thing. And so that's why it's an incredible challenge. So we do know that that is one of the key factors. That's a lot of what we're going to talk about in this video. But one of the key elements, so if the best leaders have high emotional intelligence, what's the next obvious question? How do you raise emotional intelligence? What are the tools to get better at emotional intelligence? That has really been my focus of my career when I first got exposed to emotional intelligence. And this goes back to Daniel Goleman's book in 1995. From that point on, that was of real interest to me of, okay, so what are the steps? What are the ways to do it? Right now, that's part of the gap. I think we know from the research it's incredibly valuable, it's important. We don't know as much now of what are the steps and procedures. So my goal is to really make leadership into a process. You have a lot of processes at work. You have a sales process. You have an inventory process. Well, how do we turn leadership into a process?